Welcome back, everybody. My name is All Funny Games. I stream every day on Twitch TV, and as we get further into talking more about Lureplants, let's get excited because this is probably going to be a video that might help you down the road. So previously I spoke about how Lureplants can be used to help you basically make a twig farm, and we're going to take it a step further from there. As we go on, what I want to showcase is how to stop the eyes from essentially going and hurting you. So if you don't want the eyes to show up, this is a video for you. Basically, what a lot of people will use a Lureplants for, if they end up finding multiple of these, are of course harvesting them to get none other than the tasty leafy meat, which can be used more than just eating by itself. Recipes are pretty good with leafy meat, but let's not talk about the recipes. Let's talk about how to make the Lureplants not attack you with the eyes. So, in a normal set of Lureplants, when you place it down after a set period of time, the eyes will appear. Essentially what happens is this. I'm going to showcase it. So let's do a long update. Let's make it 500, press OK, and let's wait for it to go. We have to probably wait a little bit longer than that. I am in God mode, so don't worry about that. Okay, so here we go. I am also inside of creative mode, so I can kill this hound without any problems. It's not inside, it is in summer, but I'm not really worrying about that too much. So here we go. If we go through the process of actually making this Lureplant, or basically putting it down on the ground without having to put down anything else, for example, the turf that you see that's different here, you're going to have eyes spawn in the middle. But what I've done is I went over and I've gathered a bunch of the actual rocky turf. Rocky turf can be found pretty much anywhere in your world where you would find rocks. When you do gather this, you can then put it down around your Lureplants. An actual bonus instead of doing that is basically by making your Lureplant farm where the rocks are found, or in a rocky biome. Then your eye plants will not spawn the actual rocky turf, but they will spawn outside of it. So what does that mean? Well, now you have a clean way of just getting in between your actual the actual eyes without having to get hurt. And of course, it's easier said than done until you actually go through and get a pitchfork to actually get the rocky turf and break it to your base, or if you decide to put them over there, like I said, in the actual biome. But now I can go ahead and pick up the actual little eye. Oops, I did it wrong. I actually attacked it instead. I can actually grab the eye, the leafy meat. It does look like an eye. I grab the leafy meat without any problem whatsoever. So now when it actually comes back and the eyes appear, well, they're going to do the same thing all over again. So let's showcase that. So 500, let's do it again, 500, and we're waiting to see. It's also going to be nighttime. It's nice and dark, and we're getting attacked by the antline, which is okay, because as I mentioned before, I'm not really too worried. Oh, look, what the heck? It has a... What the... Okay, it's getting attacked. This is a bad example. I'm going to grab the bulb anyways and just re-show it, just to showcase it. Of course, doing these long updates on here are a problem because sometimes you have different events that get triggered, like the hounds waves and all that stuff. And there we go. Okay, so there we go again. So now the Lureplant has gotten the little leafy meat again. I'm going to pick it, and then all the eyes disappear. But of course, you've noticed that the eyes do not appear on said rocky turf. So you get the idea. And this is a great way of making a Lureplant farm. I don't know if you really care about making a farm for this, but if you do, or if you actually have looked into making them in the future, that is how you do it. One thing that I like doing is actually when I go through the process of making the Lureplant have, you know, the little tiny leafy meat on there, what I like to do is turn this into where it can pick up all my trash. So if I don't want anything on there, let it go ahead and eat. Obviously I have to put it near the actual eyes. Let it eat all the crap that you don't want. Let all the eyes take all that, and then eventually you walk back and all that stuff's gone. It's essentially a little garbage disposal, but I'll save that for another video. But that is how you go through and actually, you know, access your Lureplants without having to get hit by the eyes. And of course, if you don't want to do that, essentially the other option is going through and actually attacking the eyes, which is a lot more tedious because it's going to, you know, cost you a little bit to do so if you end up getting hit by the eyes. But as of right now, they are pacified and because they're getting hit by all the hounds and everything anyways. So anyways, you get the idea. Sorry that the hounds kind of interrupted our little video here, but you kind of got the gist of what I'm referring to, as I'm basically just trying to showcase how to do this without having to worry too much about getting hit by the eyes. So there you go. If you have any questions, feel free to post them down below. And I'm going to go further into Lureplants and hope that we can showcase this a little bit more with all the different things that you can do with Lureplants, as there's pretty much an endless list that goes on and on and on with super cool things that you can do with them. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.